Turtle sauce.
Everybody say good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Pansy.
Welcome back from Christmas break.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you since last year.
Very funny, Harrison.
Oh my god.
That looks on everybody. Alright, constructing functions. Whether a function is represented in a table, a graph, or in words. Okay, we're going to see three examples. We're going to go over something in a table, something in a graph, and something in words. You can find the rate of change. We're talking about things that are linear. That's kind of what functions mean. Guys, what's another word that you guys know
Slope.
for rate of change?
Slope.
Slope. My people are tired of the word slope already.
Oh no, I like it.
I like
Okay.
slope.
Rate of change, slope. Okay, and now you probably might not know the second part. But you can find the slope or the rate of change, and you can actually find the initial value. Anybody want to take a wild guess as far as what's the initial value? Go ahead.
The y-intercept.
Dude, you're a genius.
Yes.
Wow.
Harrison gets an A for the day.
Really?
It's the y-intercept, or what variable, guys, did we use for the y-intercept?
B.
B, right? Slope was M, the y-intercept was the B. Guys, that's the initial, that's where things start from. Okay? And you'll see where we're going with this here in a minute. All right, back in the train up, without your little green cheat sheet. Anybody smart enough to rattle off the slope formula? How do you find the slope when you're given 2 points? You all know it. Shushko, what is it? That's slope-intercept form. You're right there. You're close, though. That's slope-intercept. What's this? Even before you learned about slope-intercept form, what's the slope formula? Mr. Lance. It's rise over run. Okay, write that down. But M equals, if you're given 2 points, guys, what do you do to find the slope? Remember the X's and Y's. Trace?
y1 minus y2
Yep.
over x1 minus x2.
Perfect, Trace. Excellent job. It's just the same thing as the rise over the run. But you need to know the slope formula. How many people remember that one? Y minus y. Subtract the y's over subtract the x's. We've said it 1,000 times this year. Skip point slope form for the time being. Let's go to what Natalia mentioned right off the bat. You all know slope intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. Guys, there's our slope, the rate of change, and there's our initial value, or y-intercept. Okay, so our goal is going to be able to write this. Is going to be able to write this equation based on what kind of information we have. What's point slope formula? You guys remember that one? Pedal count?
Y minus y1 equals m times x plus
Say times the quantity
times the quantity of x plus x1
minus
x1.
minus x1. Y minus y1 equals m times the quantity of x minus x1. Hey, does that look like the slope formula a little bit?
Yeah.
Look at that. Believe it or not, guys, point slope form came from taking the slope formula and clearing fractions. That's all they did.
Good slope intercept.
They cleared fractions. They multiplied both sides of the slope formula by x1 minus x2, and notice you get,
And then when you solve
Point
it, you
slope
get
form.
slope intercept.
and, well, I don't think, well, you get different variables, though. All right, maybe we'll kind of remember this stuff from before Christmas break. Now's the time to raise your hand and lie. Even you may lie a little bit. There you go.
What?
Oh, never mind. Didn't mean to wake you up, Maeve.
No, I was just.
All right, here we go. This first problem is going to take us a little bit of time to get through, but you will be able to do this problem in like 30 seconds when you guys get to your homework. But it's going to take us a while to get through it now. All right, a new online music website charges a yearly subscription fee plus a monthly fee. So you got to pay X amount for the year, and then you got to pay a certain amount each month. The total cost for different numbers of months, including the yearly fee, is shown in the graph. Find and interpret the rate of change in the initial value. So, how many points did they give us on the line, guys?
6.
6. Okay, that was nice of them. Here's what you're going to do. I want everybody to do different points. Don't do the same thing that your neighbor's doing. Be a little creative. Think outside the box. Choose 2 points from the graph and find the slope.
Oh.
So everybody choose two of the 6 points. Be different. Okay? And let's find the slope. Okay? Tara Burke, which 2 points do you want to choose? Loud and proud.
1 minus 5.
Well, hold on. Just give me the points first. Let's circle.
1, 15, and 3, 21.
Okay, so she chose the first one and the third one. That's fine. Okay?
Are you squeaking?
That was awkward.
Okay.
That was her.
That was nasty.
Oh, that was
Right?
him.
Squeaking. Oh, no. Okay,
That was
So-
her.
That was awkward.
Tara chose those 2 points. Do you guys have to choose those exact 2 points?
No.
Did you choose different ones?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Kind of.
Okay? When we get the slope, you better have the same slope that Tara got. Okay? Now, Burke, remember, we're going to subtract the y's over the x's. Don't do the x's over the y's. So, what's the first y value you see over there? Well, just the y value.
Oh,
15 minus 21. Okay? You do your y values, guys. Over, since she started with the 15, she's got to choose the x from the, so it's going to be over 1 minus 3. Tara, in your head, 15 minus 21. It's not 6. Be careful with your signs. Negative 6 over negative 2, which reduces down to 3. Raise your hand if you got a slope of 3. Did anybody not get a slope of 3? You did not?
No.
What'd you get?
I did 115 and 630.
Okay, so tell me what you would do to get the slope using, you can use those 2 points, that's fine.
I did 15 minus 30
Okay,
and 1 minus 5.
okay,
I got 15 over 4.
okay. Use 5 and you should have used 6,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
1 minus 6, which will give you negative 15 over negative 5, which does reduce down to 3. Did everybody get 3?
Yes.
Does everybody have to get 3?
Yeah.
Yes, because that's the slope. The slope or rate of change is consistent or the same throughout this line. All right. Now, after you find the slope, choose one of the 6 points. And again, it doesn't matter which one. It could be different than even the 2 that you chose to find the slope. So everybody choose one of those points. Got it? Everybody make a decision? Put it in point slope form now. Look up above. See if you can remember how to use the slope of 3 and any of these 6 points, and let's put it in point slope form. Okay? Phoebe, what point do you want to choose? 1, 15. All right. Stuck on this one. That's okay. Put it in point slope form using that point, Phoebe's, and a slope of 3.
Y minus 15 equals 3 times the quantity of x minus 1.
Perfect. My people know we've done this before, right? Have we done this before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Did you guys choose a different point than that one?
No.
Some of you guys?
I did
Raise your
not.
hand if you chose a different point. You guys, you're all boring. Quit
Trace
just
did.
writing down what I wrote.
Trace with her.
Trace, you're the man. Okay, that's point slope form. Next, we're going to convert it. This is a very important concept, guys. As you go off the main south, convert that into slope intercept form, which means solve it for y. Distribute your 3 and add 15 or whatever number's here for your equation to both sides. Go. Distribute your 3 and then add 15. Y minus 15 equals 3x minus 3. Add 15 to both sides. Okay? Everybody get it? Come on, what'd you get?
Y equals 3x plus 12.
Who got 3x plus 12?
I did.
Tracy, even you?
Yeah.
With a different point?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I did 18.
Does Trace have to get the same equation?
Yes.
Yes. If you got anything else, you did something wrong. Okay? So, y equals 3x plus... Guys, what's the slope of that line? Look at it. What's the slope?
3.
3. Of course it is. It's got to be. Okay? So let's talk about what these means. So the slope is your rate of change. So the slope is 3. What does 3 mean?
3x.
That's the weirdest thing I ever heard. Does not mean 3x. Guys, what's it mean for this problem? What's the 3 represent? Minetti?
Months.
It is the rate of change. It is the slope. But can you, even use the words of the axes here, Donnie. See, what does 3 mean? 3 what?
Months.
It is not months.
Cost.
Cost. So tell me, it costs what? Keep going. $3 per what? Per month. Guys, write this down. You're interpreting what the slope means. $3 per month. How many people would pay $3 a month for an online music subscription? It's not bad. $3 a month, big deal. Okay?
$36 a year.
Very good. But there's more involved than just the $3. The y-intercept is the initial value. Henning, what's the y-intercept for this equation? 12. Everybody jot that down. Guys, 12 is the initial value. Can anybody explain what 12 means in this problem?
You have to pay $12 to get to be able to pay the $3 a
Like a
month.
down payment?
Like a down payment. That's a good way to say it. The way Billy explained it, it's good. Guys, you got to pay $12 right off the bat, plus $3 a month. So we're at $12 flat fee, down payment, something. And guys, wait, don't turn the page out. I want you to look at the graph one time, a couple times. See your line? I got a bunch of writing all over it, but look at your line carefully. Where does that line look like it's going to hit the y-axis?
12.
12. Look at it, right here. Looks like it's going to hit the y-axis at 12. That means at 0 months, you're going to pay $12. And then you're going to pay $3 more every month. $3 more every month. Okay? All right. That problem, guys, took us a while to get through. You'll be able to do it flat, zip, zip, real quick. Harrison, question.
Wait, could you use 12 comma 0 in your equation?
No, because 12 comma 0 is not a point. 0 comma 12 is.
But yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes.
I can't.
You could. But I don't think you knew it was at 0.12 because it wasn't, like.
Labeled, but
Yeah, it wasn't at a good spot. So, okay, there we go. First one, they gave us a picture of a graph.
Yay.
What kind of information they give us now?
A chart.
A table, a chart. Okay. How many points are they giving you there?
4.
4. Okay. Rocco's saving money to buy gifts for his parents. He's a nice young man. Okay. Use the table of his savings to find and interpret the rate of change in the initial value. So, you're given 4 points. Remember, X is the first column, months, and money's almost always Y. There's our second column. You're given 4 points. Choose any of the 2. I don't care which one. Don't choose the first 2. Be creative. Choose, and everybody find the slope using the slope formula.
Me.
Maeve, which 2 points do you want to use?
3 and 1 10.
Okay, that's 1 point. Give me another point.
4 and 1 10.
Okay. Way to be creative. You could totally use the first 2 points. That's fine. Right? If you use other points besides the first 2, you're going to get the same slope. So let's find the slope, Maeve.
Equals
Do the y's, subtract the y's.
110 minus 130
Over, very good.
over 3 over 4.
Well, 3 minus 4. Okay. I'll do the hard part at the bottom is -1.
Yay! I know it.
Can you guys do 110 minus 130 in your head?
Yes.
I think you can.
20.
Hello, Kyle?
-20.
-20. Maeve, what's -20 divided by -1? 20. Guys, you just found the slope. Did anybody use 2 different points besides those 2? Did you guys get a slope of 20?
Yeah.
Did anybody not get a slope of 20? Good, you guys all did it right. Now, you know your slope of 20. choose one of the 4 points. I don't care which one. Put it in point slope form. Go.
Did it. I'm done.
Mr. Devin, which point do you want to use?
5 and 150.
There you go. Way to be a little creative. Use that point and your slope of 20, Devin, and write me the point slope form of the equation.
Y minus 150 equals 20
See, times the quantity.
times the quantity of x minus 5.
Perfect, dude. Great job.
And you
Guys, you know what I noticed is that when we try to type the word form and we type the word from instead, it doesn't catch it on spell check. Look at that. There's no such thing as point slope from. It's supposed to be point slope form. I apologize. All right, everybody solve that for y right now. Go. And I think you can do it without a calculator.
Did you make this?
I think Miss Tila looks like Miss Tila
Matthew.
typed that. You know what? We screenshotted this table from the book, but the rest of it we typed up. I think. Come on, guys, solve it for y.
I'm already done.
Come on, the same people always participate. Tell Christy, what do you got? 20x minus a hundo. Is that right? Did I do that right?
Yeah.
Then add 150. So what'd you say it was, Cal? 20x plus 50. Slope intercept form. There you go. Jack Muir, what's the slope of that line?
20.
Of course it is. We found that out at the beginning. Okay? What's it mean? It means it's a slope.
$20.
Last month.
What's he doing? What's Rocco doing for his parents?
He gets. He's saving their parents' money.
He saves $20 per month
Good job.
for
Rob.
gifts for his parents. Okay? What's the initial value?
$50.
$50. The y-intercept, guys, is also the initial value. $50. But what does that mean? Say it, Angie.
He started off with $50.
Guys, he had $50 to begin with, and then he's saving $20. So $50 to start with. Something like that. That's interpreting your solution. So he started with $50, and then he's saving $20 every month. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Dude, guys, we did that problem about a third of the time we did the first problem.
Yay.
You'll be amazed at how fast and good you get at this when you're thinking. All right. Next page. You guys are doing great.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Words.
No table, no chart.
Words.
Words.
We created a
Okay.
table.
Ah, wow, you're so smart.
Because of your last name.
You're so smart you can even throw your voice. Okay. Rocco, that was an awesome comment, Trace, by the way. Rocco has some photos in his photo album. You guys even have photo albums anymore?
Yes.
Yeah.
You?
My mom.
On my Facebook.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You
All right. Each week, he plans to add exactly 12 photos, which is weird, I guess. All right. He's got some OCD issues or something.
Yeah.
All right. Rocco had 120 photos after 8 weeks. That's all they tell you, except for the fact that he saves 12 photos per week. Assume the relationship is linear. Got to tell you that it's linear. Okay. Find and interpret the rate of change and the initial value. Oh, geez. Since he has 12 photos per week, what does that represent? There's the slope, guys. This is the slope. So we know that the slope is 12. Okay? Now, we got to talk about, if Rocco had 120 photos after 8 weeks, kid, don't write this down.
Okay.
Kids go 120,8. There's my point. It's, well, kind of smart, and we're going to put those numbers together, but they're in the wrong order. Here's why.
8 times 120.
We've talked about this before. The x value is your independent value. It's the one you input, okay? And that's generally related to the time. So the x value, guys, is actually the weeks. That's the independent value or independent variable. The y value depends on the x, and that's what come, you know, the product, like what comes out, money or some other output. In this case, the Y value is actually the photos. The photos are the Y value. Okay? Because the photos depend on how many weeks you start, you know, you put the photos in each week, so the photos depends on how many weeks. So actually write this point down, guys. 8, 120. And you're going to have to really think and keep that straight as you get home.
Teachers and students, pardon the interruption. Students, this is one of those rare days where we will be not going outside for recess. You do not need to bring your coats. On any other day, you bring your coats unless an announcement is made. So please bring something to study, or if you choose to socialize, that will be fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Glizzy.
Yeah.
Harrison, you gotta keep your hand up.
Should it be 10 weeks? Because if you post 12 pictures a week,
Listen, keep going. You're
a
very.
week, then, because it's 10 weeks, 120 photos.
Yeah.
What's he not taking into consideration?
Videos.
No.
Good
answer.
It's a photo.
Good answer.
Photos before.
Starting with.
It's a photo.
The initial value, the Y-intercept.
Sound photo
Hey,
paint.
Harrison's assuming this thing goes through the
Origin.
Computer.
origin. Maybe it doesn't start there. Maybe he had some photos to begin with and then did 12 every week. Great point. Great point. So that's why you would think it would be 10 weeks, 120, but it's not because there's an initial value we get. Anyways, we're gonna put 2 little fingers up in the air. Wake up again. 2 little fingers up in the air.
It's a red pen on my face.
Yes.
Hey, if you were half as interested in the math as you are
Alright,
in some other things, you'd be an A student. Hey, we have a slope and we have a point. Okay? Everybody use that point, use that slope, put it in point slope form. And then we're going to deal with Trace's very intelligent comment from a couple minutes ago.
Good job, Trey.
What is this? Can't you do one color?
Yeah. What was the, Gracie, what was the point slope form?
Y minus 120 equals 12 times 100 x minus 8.
Oh, yeah. 12 times 8, I think, is what you got wrong.
What is 12 times 8?
12 times 8.
90.
Tara thinks it's 90.
96. Is it 96?
It is 96.
That was close.
Math ever close does not really count. All right, so distribute. Let's solve it for y. Y minus $1.20 equals 12x minus 96. Add $1.20 to both sides. Y equals 12x.
Matthew.
Yeah,
24.
it sounds like we got like a little squirrel or something.
I thought it was Valerie.
12x. What's negative 96 plus 120?
24.
Close to the
Plus 24. Okay, good. That was right because that's what we had last period. Okay, plus 24. All right, back to Trey now. Trey said, "Could we make a table right off the bat?"
Yes, we can.
Guess what first period said right off the bat?
Let's make a table.
Look,
Let's make a table.
Oh, look.
Let's
somebody's
make a
like,
table.
"There's too much." What if I just made a table and just did 8? And if I know that they sell, or if that he saves or posts or does whatever, adds 12 photos each week. So in week 9, he's got 132 photos. Now, how many points does he have?
2.
2. Watch this. 120 minus 132 over 8 minus 9. They found the slope by using the slope formula. Can you guys do 120 minus
Negative
130?
12.
Negative 12. Negative
Negative
1. 12.
12.
Why don't you just write it the other way? You don't have to use it negative.
That's a good point. Do guys subtract the bigger ones over the. You can do it that way, but you get the same answer. So can you make a table if you don't understand what they're saying and all that wordy stuff? Yes. That's a smart way to do it, Trace. So good catch. All right. What's our rate of change, guys?
12.
12. What's that mean?
12 photos per month.
I think it's per week. 12 photos per week. Now, what's the initial value? 24. What does that mean about the 24?
21 photos per 2.
Photo
Yeah.
down payment.
It's kind of like the down payment. when we're talking about photos. So 24 photos
Already saved.
to start with, already saved, however you want to word it.
What a weirdo.
So, Rocco, was it Rocco?
Yeah.
Rocco started with 24 photos and then saved 12 per week.
Wait, what if
After
he had?
that.
What if he had this plan 2 weeks ago? So then it's going in order.
Right.
He's like, it's all.
But then it would have been 10 weeks in
Rocket.
120. All right, last problem. You guys are doing great. I apologize for the long amount of notes today.
Mr. Panzini.
This was a tricky one.
Mr. Panzini. Where's Rocketta?
No, it's Gianna.
It's Rocketta.
Rocco and Gianna. They're cousins or something.
No, there was
No,
there was a
with
rock
Mr.
cut
Thompson.
I thought it was
And Mr.
Rockette.
Thompson was so mad about it.
There was a
His names are
Rocketta?
so
What is
stupid.
Rocketta?
Who is Rocketta?
What kind of
Who's
name
this
is
I thought
that?
it was Rockette.
No, it's
Rocketta.
Rocketta.
I think they have that's happened before, like
Yeah.
Rockette.
Yeah, I think Rocco and Rockette.
Separate time.
All right, last problem. This one's tricky. Okay? All right. How many of you guys have drove to Florida with your parents
I
before?
have.
I don't go to Florida.
It sucks.
At any time? Drove to Florida.
God, I didn't
Okay? Some of you guys have, some of you guys haven't.
have some
I
Okay.
drove to.
Um,
I don't know New York.
Hey, what city do you have to go through?
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
You got to go through Atlanta.
A lot.
Oh my god,
Okay.
bad experience.
Right. Atlanta's always, it's always bad traffic. No matter what time you go through there, it's always bad traffic.
No,
It was
No,
like,
it
it was like
wasn't.
1 in the morning, there'll be a traffic jam.
Yeah.
Like, really?
It wasn't.
That's why we're
we spent the
flying.
night
Right,
there.
that's why you fly. Good point.
It was.
All right. Anyways, the Pancini family, we always go down. Not always, but we've gone down to Florida like 4 or 5 times in the last 6 or 7 years. We've done it a couple times. I always know, guys, I'm the driver most of the time. When we get to Atlanta, guess where we're at? We're halfway to Florida. Okay, that's always a big. Believe it or not, Atlanta's about halfway there. You're going to like Orlando or
Miami.
and Miami. They might.
Naples.
That's farther. Miami and Naples so far south of Florida. Talking about like if you go to the middle of the state, if you get to Atlanta, you're about halfway. So I always know.
Tampa.
I always know we're about halfway there. And believe it or not, guys, Atlanta is about 700 miles from here. We made this problem kind of easy. From here, from Chicago, from Park Ridge, about 700 miles to Atlanta.
How long does
Okay.
it take?
Are you Rocco's dad?
Takes like a day.
Maybe I am.
Like 2 days.
How
Wow,
long
you're a
we had
speed
just came out
demon.
about
It takes
Reese Witherspoon and she lost from
Um,
Mexico to Canada.
all right, so the total distance of the trip is 700 miles. Rocco's dad averages a speed of 70 miles per hour, so Rocco's dad's driving pretty quickly. And throughout the trip, to average 70 miles per hour, that's
No,
pretty good.
70 miles per hour is a new law. For
Yeah, but
the-
you gotta average it, it's
just
pretty
like-
tough because then you don't have any gas breaks or potty breaks or
Patty,
Yeah,
food
but that's-
breaks
no,
or
but I'm just
stuff
saying
like
that's
that.
a new law.
what if
70
you
miles an hour
make?
is
What if you're driving in an RV?
Yeah, then you
And
don't
then you
need
don't
those.
have to take a break.
Hard to go 70 in an RV though. All right.
Let's get like a
When I get an
super
equation,
RV.
represent the numbers. Here's where it got tricky. The Y, guys, was the number of miles remaining till you get to Atlanta. Not the number of miles you've traveled, the number of miles remaining. Okay? Driving any number of hours X. Okay. So, believe it or not, guys, what's the slope of this trip? What's your
70.
yeah, it's 70, but I want to word it in a different way. What's the other way we called it?
Rate of change.
Rate of change, thank you.
Wow.
Guys, what's the rate of change? What's the rate of change your car is moving? 70. Okay?
Inception.
Now, here's where it gets tricky, and you guys are going to totally get this when I word it this way. Why is your miles remaining until you get to Atlanta? When you get in the car with your parents and you're in your driveway, how many miles are remaining?
700.
700. Okay? How much time have you traveled?
Zero.
So the point 0, 700, and think about graphing that point, since you have the graph right here. Does everybody agree that that point is right there on the y-axis at 700? There's your initial value of your v,
Why do we have so much?
And you have like no.
Yeah.
700.
You have like no
saying the
space.
same thing.
You have no space in your problem.
Me?
Yeah, we have like this.
We have like
We
this
have like
big-
the
Oh,
size
is
of
it
the moon.
different notes?
No, we just have less space.
Oh yeah, it is spaced out different. I apologize. That's all right. All right, graph the equation for part A. Now watch, let's do this. You leave your driveway. You're heading to Atlanta. You're going 70 miles per hour. Okay? after 1 hour, you're down 294 getting towards Indiana. How many miles are remaining until you get to Atlanta after 1 hour?
600, 130.
Why is it 630?
700 minus 70.
Right, which is what? Do that in your head, Maeve.
630.
630. So what I want everybody to do is 1 hour. Here, we didn't label our thing. Hours is our x-axis, and miles remaining. Okay, so 1 hour, we're at 630. Just use your best judgment to do where 630 is. What about 2 hours? Where you at? How many miles remaining till you get to Atlanta?
560.
Oh, wait,
560.
Is it 560?
Yeah.
700 minus 70 minus 70. So 560. So that'd be just a little bit above 550. So we're at 560. The next one would be 490. Right? So at 3 hours, we're at 490. Notice, are we making a straight line, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. The next one will be like 420. You just use your best judgment here.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to write the equation. This is where, again, you got to think a little bit. Believe it or not, guys, the slope is actually not 70.
What?
700.
Look at the line.
It's 1.
Negative 70.
It's negative 70. Okay? Just because the line is going the line's going down, and since we're doing time remaining, we're going down 70 miles per hour.
Yeah.
We're going down. So the equation would actually be y equals negative 70x plus 700. And that would be the equation for getting to Atlanta when you're driving 70 miles per hour. And x is your hours, and y is the time remaining. All right, graph the equation. We did that. What's the rate of change? Negative 70. What's the y-intercept?
700.
700. Okay? Explain what the slope means in this context. Okay? The slope means you are going.
Losing 70 miles per hour.
You
every
subtract
hour.
70 miles every
That's a great way to
hour
say
you
it.
go.
Losing or subtracting 70 miles
Per hour.
every hour or per hour. You're losing 70 miles every hour because you're trying to figure out how many miles are remaining to get there. Okay? Explain what the y-intercept means. 700 miles
To go.
remaining. When you start. So when time is 0, you have 700 miles left to get to Atlanta.